But tonight is unique in the Economic Club's history. Yes, we have executives from all types of industry. Many of you helped turn Chicago into the world-class city it is today. But I also want to single out the young leaders that are with you today, the future that are sitting beside you. In this room are the teachers, the doctors, the lawyers, the ministers, the executives who will shape Chicago in the years to come. And believe me, that future is not too far away. It seems like just 5 minutes ago, I was Senator Simon's finance director when he was running for Senate, and later the honor of working for Mayor Daley. Back then, I was brash, profane, competitive, very young. Now I'm brash, profane, and competitive, and not very young. But I don't want the young people here to get the wrong idea. Those aren't the qualities you need to be mayor. Those are just the qualities you need to survive as Brother Emanuel, with an older and younger brother. When I was growing up, I gotta be honest, my brothers never thought I would be here tonight addressing the Economic Club of Chicago. And when you were listening to John, and I was starting out in politics, I don't think the members of the Economic Club thought I would be addressing you as mayor. So, the Economic Club has had Prime Minister Tony Blair, President Jimmy Carter, CEO Jack Welch. After World War II, you had Omar Bradley here. And what made that speech remarkable is Omar Bradley did not talk about the victory in World War II, but he talked about the challenges ahead for the battlefield and that what worked for us in World War II would not work for us in the future. And he saw the future when he spoke from this podium. In 1950s, the Economic Club of Chicago hosted a young senator from Massachusetts, John Kennedy, later to become president. And in that speech, John Kennedy talked about the importance of aligning America with emerging nations and their markets. In the 1950s, he could see over the horizon into the 21st century and see the country that we were to become and the economy that we were to become by merging with emerging nations and their economies. When I talk to CEOs, I hear a regular message from them about their workforce and the skills they need. Whether it's Pat Wirtz at ADM, Glenn Tilton at United, Glenn Tullman at Allscripts, Randall Stevenson at AT&T, Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan, or Vikram Pandit at Citibank, or some of you actually in this room as well. You all tell me the same thing. From welders to code writers to workers in healthcare, IT services, you need more skilled employees. We need skilled workers to rebuild our infrastructure. We need them to care for the sick. We need them to welcome the millions who visit Chicago each year in our hospitality industry. We need them to make the products people want to buy and to write the code that powers the knowledge economy. But employers can't find skilled workers, and workers can't find jobs. Like the rest of the country, Chicago has a skills gap. And we can't say we haven't been warned. I want to give you a set of headlines, literally just from the last 4 weeks. From the Wall Street Journal, November 16th, and I quote, "Study finds U.S. workers under pressure to improve skills, but need more support." In the Wall Street Journal on November 25th, in an unexpected twist, some skilled jobs go begging. I just did that to prove to you I read the Wall Street Journal. Thank you for the 1% applause there. From Cranes on December 2nd, in an article titled "Closing the Tech Gap," quote, "More than 60% of the small businesses are struggling to find skilled applicants." From the Chicago Tribune, 1 week ago today, on the cover of its business page, quote, "Jobs go unfilled as skills fall flat." But I don't need to read about the skills gap from the Wall Street Journal, the Tribune, or Cranes. I see it and hear it every day from the people of the city of Chicago. Because we're about to launch the largest infrastructure project in any investment for any city in the country, not just for our water, but for our roads and soon for our mass transit, we will need strong partnership with labor. We will need workers in skilled trades. The question is, will we train for it? And tonight, here in this room, we answer that fundamental question. Don't worry, it's not a take-home exam. Tonight, we charge our community colleges with a new mission: to train the workforce of today for the jobs of tomorrow, to give our students the ability to achieve a middle-class standard of living to provide our companies with the skilled workers they need. Cities like Miami and Louisville have tried something similar, but in a single industry. Miami matched a community college with healthcare sciences. Louisville has linked a community college with UPS to be a leader in logistics. But this is Chicago. We do things bigger, bolder, more ambitious, and more comprehensive, something to match the diversity and the depth of our economy, which is one of our strengths. So tonight, I'm announcing that we'll tailor 6 of our community colleges to train students in specific growth sectors where we know we can dominate the future. We are announcing the first 2 schools and their partners tonight. Malcolm X College will be the school that drives Chicago's leadership in healthcare sciences. Rush Medical Center, Stroger, and Northwestern Hospitals, Advocate Healthcare, Baxter, Walgreens, and Allscripts have agreed to partner with Malcolm X College to develop their curriculum and train their faculty so the workers that will drive our healthcare sciences will be trained for the future jobs. Olive Harvey will be the Center for Excellence in Transportation, Distribution, and Logistics. They will work with UPS, Canadian National Railway, AAR, BNSF, among others. They will be Olive Harvey's partner in modernizing their programs and providing the training students need to compete in the transportation, distribution, and logistics field. As mayor of Chicago, I cannot protect our city from either a global or a national recession, but I can address the skills gap so that no employer in the middle of a deep recession is without employees they need, and so that no worker is out with the skills they need to find a job. And nothing makes me prouder than this last fact. Beginning next year, every child in the Chicago Public School will get an additional 250 hours of instructional time in math, science, reading, geography, and history, equal to the kids around the world. Every one of our children in Chicago, 55 more hours of math, 55 more hours of reading, 55 more hours of writing than they had the year before. That's doubling down on Chicago's children, and they deserve an equal education. But longer hours, a full day of school, and a full school year doesn't do it all. Because you cannot do it unless you invest in the 3 things that matter year in and year out to everybody in this room, because that's how we got here. A principal that's ready to be accountable, a teacher that's motivated to teach, and a parent that is fully engaged. You put those 3 things together, and I'll give you a kid that's ready to go to school and ready to learn and who will be a success in life. It's what has got us all in this room here to join, as John Canning noted, the 1%. And the kids of the city of Chicago deserve no less. They're our kids. They're our future. This is our city.